This has to be the craziest gym video I've ever seen. You know when they say that there's men in the women's locker room and you imagine in your mind there's some trans person that look like a woman that's going into the No. This person was a gym bro going into the women's bathroom claiming to be trans. This has to stop.
I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
That's him. When that woman was screaming, I said it had to be a trans. And she just trans popped his wee-wee out in front of the girls. Like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications. Anytime I go live and make a video, y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. This is the craziest video I've ever seen when it comes to men in women's bathrooms. Let's pull up the clip 301. Now, a woman whom I'm gonna find her and I wanna interview her. So if anybody knows she is and if she's open to interview, I want her to tell the full story of what happened here. Because she's upset, she's yelling, and normally when people yelling upset, I'm like, oh, I can't stand these people. They just yelling and they're being silly in a place where people are having decorum. And then when I realized why she was yelling and why she was fronting or putting the Gold's Gym on blast in front of all these random people, I realized they have a big problem. And that this woman needs a voice because for some reason, if a woman is saying, we don't want men in the bathroom, they don't have a voice. They're treated like a pariah. Every woman should be standing behind this woman. Wait till you see the dude that went into the bathroom. Roll the clip.
Gold's Gym, men, grown men with big in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure the girls know. Everybody saw that man in the locker room. No one say it. And I'm done with it. It's stupid. It's dangerous. Me naked in front of a man without my permission. I ain't the one who gets kicked out the gym, y'all. I'm terminated for not wanting men in the locker room.
And she is 1,000% right. And this the insouciance of all these other people. The way that they're acting as if they're not even listening to this woman. This woman just said there was a man naked in the women's locker room. And it's like the microcosm of society. The way that people are reacting to her is the way that I feel like America is reacting to this big issue of these weird men who got a fetish or a lust for women to some degree, and they either fake like they women to get access to women, or they just walk in there. We got a clip of it. Come on, pull it up. That's him. When that woman was screaming, I said it had to be a trans. And she just trans popped his wee-wee out in front of the girls. But nobody thought it was a trans. People said, watch him go back and forth. They like, that's a trans. I mean, it's a girl. What? Him? He's not even trying. He don't even have an earring in. He don't even have a pink necklace on or something. Mama, you homeboy. And you walk. Play the clip.
How are you?
Did you tell me or not that women like to see?
I'm asking you a question.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Exactly.
He do have an earring in his ear. That's all you can do. You can't even put a skirt on, bro. You gym broed out. You got the whole I'm a gym bro outfit on, sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt, and you put a little dangly earring in there, and then you're a girl. Come on, let's play the clip.
Get out of the way now. No. Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No.
That's fine. I want the video.
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
I understand.
Like I'm confused. What Gold's Gym is this? Make sure you go to TatumStore.com, TatumStore.com, get you one of these Don the Builder shirts. Build 20 for 20% off. Get 20% off this shirt. This is funny, man. This will trigger all of your friends, especially coming up for Christmas. Make sure you get one on TatumStore.com. I think we got to find out what Gold's Gym this is, because I want to call down there, and they ain't going to say nothing to me, so maybe we all got to call down there. They need to explain this. Bruh, this is what makes me mad. Like, you know you don't pass. You know you don't look like a woman. You know you don't. You built like a little, now you ain't even really built like a man. God, he built like a gay dude. But you're not even trying to be a woman, and you don't really need to use the facilities like that. Bro, you look like a dude. You can go into the dude. They got the showers in there. You got a wang. It's not that, let me tell you how crazy this is. It's Gold's Gym Beverly Center? Yep. Matter of fact, it's in Beverly Hills. Matter of fact, we finna go there soon to an event in Beverly Hills. I might just swing by this gym, because it's not right, man. You know, if you are, what they call it, post-op, that means you got your stuff fixed. Maybe, just maybe, bro. Nobody, you know, some women look butchy. You know, some of these women are studs. And I mean it in the sense of the gay stuff, the studs. You know how you had a fish and the studs? I don't know if they go by that no more. That's back in the day. But you got the studs with a short haircut, and they just look butchy. But they got a women thing down there. Bro, you got your wang out. You know you got a wang. And why are you taking your clothes off in front of women with your wang out? You know, the crazy thing is that these people are over-sexualized to some degree. Because when I was growing up, even today as a grown man, men don't even put a wang out in front of other men. You know what I'm saying? You go take a shower, bro. When we talking, you eye to eye. You don't look down for nothing. You drop your soap, you just get a new one. You don't look down in it while they, you know, we in the stall peeing, and they got dividers. Men's stalls don't even really have them open. They got dividers. And bro, when you peeing, you supposed to be looking straight. You hear a noise, you look this way with a slight angle. You don't go down at the pee-pees unless you gay. But most men, like, dude, I don't even want to see another man pee. So why would a man go in a women's locker room and get naked and pull his thing out so women can see his thing? That, bro, they up to no good. She does give a statement, and I want to interview her because of this statement. Let's pull up the clip of the young lady here, because I stand with women on this topic. She should have an outpour of women supporting her. But you cowardice, lunatic women are probably mad at her. But let's play the clip, roll it.
I just had the worst experience ever at the gym, at Gold's Gym, and I think this is probably happening at gyms across America, where like trans women are going into the women's locker room and not really caring about how women feel about it. And it's really hurtful, yo. Like, how you gonna say you wanna be a woman or that you are a woman, but you don't give a f how women feel? Today I was naked in the locker room. I turn around and there's a man there in boy clothes, lip gloss, standing there looking at me. I'm butt naked. So the first thing I think is maybe there's a worker in here. Maybe I missed a sign. I say the word sir to say, sir, what are you doing in here? He goes, don't talk to me. I'm a woman. I have a right to be in here. Immediately, I'm pissed because I'm butt naked. I feel violated. I feel like weird. Like, I don't want to deal with this, right? So the girls are walking in and they're seeing the commotion, and they actually chime in and say, yo, I don't know why he's in here. He's not supposed to be in here. And then I talk to the people that work at Gold's Gym, and they don't really have anything to do. They just like, oh, we can file a report about it, incident report. What the f is going on? Like, listen, how can you say you're a woman or you want to be a woman and you don't care how women feel? That's nothing more manly than not giving a f about how women feel, I'd like to think. And I get it, like, everybody has their own things, and I don't want to say that I know everything about gay rights or trans rights. I'm a lesbian. I've been a lesbian my whole life. I treat people how I want to be treated regardless of whatever their sexual orientation is or whatever they decide. So I'm not transphobic, and I'm not homophobic. I'm not straightphobic. I'm not racist. None of these things. I just believe in treating people how I want to be treated. Why do you guys think it's okay for men to be in the women's restroom? And like, When is the cutoff point? Is it like, oh, you cut off your penis, you can come in here? Why aren't women making the laws? And if you really want to be safe and feel good, why don't we just make trans restrooms? Because it ain't right. The way I feel right now, and don't come into my comments about he gay, he ain't looking at you. I don't give a bro. It's about a feeling, yo. Like, if you never been a little girl who been touched or been through some shit, you won't understand that feeling. And you've never been a little girl.
It just made me kind of sad that woman had to go through that because, and I'm not trying to be a leftist softy, but that's a violating feeling, bro. Because you confusing your sexuality, you subject women to it. Like, I don't understand how women don't have a voice in this. I do not understand. Like, can women say, I don't want this? People are like, it's funny because people that are not women are trying to speak on behalf of women. That's like white people trying to speak on behalf of black people. Let me tell you what the black people want. Well, we ain't heard from us. No, we do want police in the neighborhood. We don't want our kids getting shot in the head. We don't like these thugs just as well as nobody else like these thugs. Can you please protect us in our community? It's the white liberal that's saying, no, the black people will get shot for no reason. Man, black people know we ain't getting shot for no reason. We know that Tony was acting up. Tony tried to rob me last week. I'm glad he got shot. That's how people really feel. But the white liberal is trying to tell black people how they should feel. And then they go and concoct these protests and say, the black man this. No, black people ain't even talking about this. They did the same thing in D.C. They had this whole thing. We don't want ICE. D.C. is majority black. Not a black person at the rally. How are y'all talking on behalf of black people? There's no black people there. And then you same thing about women. How about you have a consensus from the gym to say women that apply to the gym, they can say they can do a survey, a poll or something to say we don't want this in our gym. We don't want to accept this. I want to make a correction real quick because I think that the young lady, so it appears that Gold's Gym now is EOS. And so she probably was referring to Gold's Gym because it used to be a Gold's Gym, but I think it's now the EOS in that same Gold's Gym building. They probably bought out Gold's Gym, but EOS is now doing this now, but it makes more sense because they probably super woke. It's crazy to me that this woman has to go through this and nobody is having her back on it. She gets kicked out. Yeah, they should let her get her membership back. And the person that's in there, trans, need to get kicked out because none of the women probably accept it. I bet you $1 million none of the women really accept it. And they shouldn't, bro. Men and women are different. As a man, I'm in the locker room and a woman come in there. Now, I'm married. My wife is perfect, and I never think like this. But when I was single, I mean, come on in. You know what I'm saying? Get naked in the locker, shower with me. I love the chick. Let's talk. How you been? You know what I'm saying? How you been? Yeah, God dang. You healthy. Now, women ain't the same. A woman don't want to see a man. I mean, maybe they would if a dude is fit. Maybe they really like him in there. But not the little weird ones. It's crazy to me, bro. It's the same thing with like assault or whatever. When I was in high school, if Rihanna, when I was 16, 15, Rihanna wanted to take me out somewhere. Come on. Ain't no victim here. I'd be great. I'd be telling all the boys, bro, you know, last night with Rihanna. No, you wasn't. You weren't with no Rihanna. Yeah, I was. Bro, I don't care if I'm 16. Let's get it. But women are different, man. Most women, I would say most women probably wouldn't want to sleep with obviously get violated by a grown man. And it's the same thing, man. The locker room thing. Let me just say this, and I swear I'm gonna go to something else. This is another thing that bothers me too. And bro, you trans, right? I'm assuming you trans and you like men. But then you come into the complicated part is if you trans but you like women. Now, how does that work out? Because now you're in there lusting. You can't tell me you're not lusting. That's why gay dudes in the locker room is a no-no in men's sports. Like, if you gay, keep that between you and God. Because you messed the whole dynamic up in the locker room. We in there talking trash, popping people with towels, making fun of people. You know, we did. I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, the offensive linemen never want to wear towels. We're like, bro, can you put something over that little thing right there? Y'all are the most, you should be the most ashamed in here with your wang out. Y'all all got your wang out every time. And everybody make fun of everybody. But it's all in jokes because none of us is looking at each other like that. But the gay one in the corner is looking at the most attractive, physically fit men of their lifetime. And you tell me he ain't getting off. I mean, maybe he ain't working it because he'll get knocked out. But you can't tell me he ain't looking at it and being like, dang, this is every day I get to see what they like. Because that's like me going into the volleyball locker room. You can't tell me a man is in there looking at these women and you like, I'm attracted to women, but not these women. Naked women. In the best shape of their life. All right, I just had to throw that in there. Y'all get mad at me if you take it up with the Lord.